Hello guys, my name is Marco. I filmed a review on this with this camera, but it's actually taking a while to render, and I don't have time to actually render that. So I'm just gonna, film it with this camera, so I can just upload it. So, I just came back from watching Captain Marvel. Now, the reason for me watching Captain Marvel is because I have two reasons. One of them is that I've seen all the Captain Marvel movies, and I want to see this one to complete the set. So it's that. And the other thing is that I'm a huge fan of the character Captain Marvel. So there's that. Here's the thing: this film has been received a lot of negative reviews, like on Rotten Tomatoes. Like Rotten Tomatoes give it the critics on there, they give it really high, but the people, that are actually writing down stuff, they give really low. There's that, and there's just a whole bunch of things about feminism, about all of these things, and a lot of these things. So I just felt that I want to make a video. I know a lot of people on YouTube kind of already made a review, or they're ranting or something like that. And to be honest, dude, I just here's the thing. Before I went to see this film, I've heard that wasn't that great, but I still wanted to go and see it. My light just turned off because I'm an idiot, but whatever. Um, I still wanted to go see it because of those two reasons. That's why. I wasn't particularly really hyped about it because of the idea that I saw all those trailers, and the trailers were. I was forcing myself to watch this film. I don't know. I was forcing myself to get excited to see this one because I really wanted to see it because I love because of those two things, because a Marvel film, and I've seen all of them and I want to complete the set, and the other thing is because I do like the character from the comic book Captain Marvel. I think she's pretty cool. So there's that. Um, yeah. So there's a lot of those things, and when there's a film that I'm trying to force myself to loving when it comes to the trailers, it's just I don't know, it's just whatever. Like Shazam got me more excited for Shazam, you know? Yeah. And this one did not. Now let's talk about this film. First of all, this film. First of all, I'm gonna talk about the overall idea of this film. The first things first is that the story, the entire film. This film is not a film that it's not bad. Some people are gonna say, "Oh, this film is very bad and poorly." That's not the case. It's not a bad film, but it's also not a good film. Now, the most important thing: did I enjoy myself when I was watching this film? Kind of. There were a few moments that I did enjoy myself. A few moments that I thought were good, but other moments I thought they were I thought it was boring. Sorry, but it was boring. That's the way it is. And here's the thing: no movie is perfect. There's no movie. But when you put this film introducing a character like Captain Marvel, the origin, whatever, you know, I feel it should be good. Especially when it's tied in with the Avengers, stuff like that. All those things. So the story was lack. It was a little bit in the boring side and stuff like that. So there's that. Now we're gonna get into the characters. The characters. Uh, First of all, Captain Marvel. She didn't have that much her her expression felt a little soulless, and to be honest, dude, I wasn't really. I don't know. It's just that her character, I didn't really like it, and to be honest, when I first heard that Brie Larson was gonna be Captain America, I didn't like that choice because I didn't look at her as being Captain Marvel. But I wasn't. But you know what? I'm gonna see the movie and I'm gonna see if she got the cues. She might not look that much like Captain Marvel, but her acting chops will prove me wrong. And guess what happened? Oh boy, they did not prove me wrong because her acting was very decent. It didn't brought the character Captain Marvel didn't brought nothing special. Wonder Woman did brought something special, but Captain Marvel didn't. It felt bland and kind of it's just that she is a I'm not gonna say she's a great actress because I haven't seen none of her past films, but she has been on films like Scarlet Pimpernel Saves the World, and then I believe Skull Island King Khan or something like that. She was like a side character, and also there's also this other one, but none other than that, I haven't seen like some of them. Um, but like I said, dude, her acting was like passable, but it wasn't unique and it wasn't great. It was kind of passable because it was kind of bland. I wanted her to have like a little bit more humor than the one that she has, and also I wanted to feel a little vulnerability, you know. And so there's a lot of those things. So that's one of the things I don't really like about the character. And I just when I look at her, I don't look at her as Captain Marvel, and it sucks because there's a film called Captain Marvel, and she's Captain Marvel. There's that. So then we have the other character, Nick Fury. You know, Nick Fury, they de-age him. He acts different than the other ones, but that's acceptable because he's a younger version of him. He has to act different. Um, you know, he does because he's a younger version of him. You know, it's not like the one that he is, obviously, is younger. He's okay. He's passable. He's good. You know, so there's Nick Fury, which the de aging process was really good. You can tell a little bit that's CGI, but not enough that's gonna be like, oh, I feel like this guy, it's like this. So there's that. So there's that. The villain in this film, he's great. You know, something that you will never expect. There's that villain. What are the characters? The Skrulls. The Skrulls, they are people. I mean, they're aliens, not people. Aliens that shape shift into anything. They do shape shift, but there's a point where they stop doing it. You know, which I wish they could have. Like, there's a point where they said it. They can, like, if they there's something that happens, and if they would have shape shift there, like to multiple stuff, that would have been pretty cool to show them like the powers. That would have been pretty cool, but they don't do it. You know, it sucks. Yeah, it really does. Yeah. So that's the Scrolls. That's the Scrolls, and I feel like they could have done something good because the Scrolls, they do have something cool, unique, and I feel like that would have been pretty cool. And then the story. So there's that. And what other character? Oh, there's this black lady in the film that basically is really friends with Brie Larson. I don't know her actual character in the name. I keep forgetting her name, but whatever, Captain Marvel's friend. So there's that. But she was okay. I don't know how much would she impact that much in the film, but I don't know. Like if they would not have that character, would the film would have been still good? I don't know. I don't know. So there's that. So here's the thing. On the film, it kind of goes over the idea of like Captain Marvel finding out who she was or something like that because of her memories and stuff like that. That's basically what it is. And this film is basically it's an origin of this character. You know, it's an origin. It's not a very good origin to be honest. Like I said, there were times that kind of felt poor and stuff like that, but it's not a bad one either. It's like in the middle. You know, it's one of those films that you see it. I just paid this much money to see this film. I paid money. I saw it. Okay, saw a film. I thought, you know, it's good. You know, it's okay. It's okay. You know, it's like the money that you will spend to watch this film. It was it worth it? It was okay. It was like if you spend money, you saw a film. Okay. So there's that. So there's that. There's also these reminiscent of like the '90s. Like here's the thing. This is something that I was like, okay, they did show like the whole blockbuster thing. They showed that, and I was like, okay, it's gonna have some little things about the '90s. But the thing about it is that that thing can only go like so far. As in like there are scenes where it's like it keeps doing that, and it goes to a point where it's like, okay, I get it now. It's the '90s, you know. There's this like thing where they're like, for instance, in the beginning, show the blockbuster part, and then they play like '90s music, and then they go to like this place that looks very '90s and the computers, and like okay, and it's like get to them like I get it, and then one part that really like kind of tricked me off is that this alien, she was like, cause an alien there, shooting her gun, and then she lost, and she grabs a gun, and he points it at Captain Marvel, and then what happens is that she tries to shoot at her, and then it came out like this foam dart, and then what she did, instead of like, what the hell, instead of like grabbing it to look like, go like this, no, she goes like this, to look at the gun, and it says Nerf in it, like Nerf guns. And that was one thing that was like another '90s thing. I'm like, it's not like in the beginning. It's great to do that to notify it, but when you keep doing that a lot, it becomes like that's not the reason. I don't know. Like like Stranger Things kind of has that little mystical thing, and also it kind of has that stylized thing that makes it feel like it could be in that time period. But when you have a film that kind of tries to do that, it's kind of getting annoying. So there's that. So the film is kind of like a buddy cop feel thing, but it's not like a good one, and it's not even a worse one. It's an okay one. To me, it kind of felt there were times where I felt like it was kind of short. The good parts I did like about the film is I did like Captain Marvel's suit and the way when they like she had that one thing click on it and it changed colors. I thought that was pretty cool. That was really really good. I love that part. That part was really good. But that's the only part that I thought was pretty hot. The other part that I thought was really cool is when she went on to full on the whole Captain Marvel full on what's it called, her powers, and she started doing that thing going like that. That was like the other thing that I thought was pretty cool. You could tell it was CGI, but not. Yeah, I thought CGI was acceptable. Was really, was good. What's it called? But like I said, Nick Fury's, Samuel Jackson's, de aging was like the highlight of the whole thing. It was really great. The cat. I don't get this. Here's the thing. I saw an interview that she says she's allergic to cats, but then yet on the film there's a cat. Like Brie Larson says that she's allergic to cats, and she basically she has dogs, but then yet in the movie there's a cat. So why not? I don't know. I'm just saying I don't know. So the cat is within the entire film. So that's one thing. What else should I say? I don't know. I don't know what else to say. This film is a film that I thought it was good. I thought it was okay. That's what I want to say. There were times that really did excite me. Basically, it was going like this, and then it got really excited, a little bit excited, and then it went down. Oh, then it get no. What? Just a little. No. That's the way. Yeah, the way I feel about this film, which is like it kind of like made me feel a little bit bummed out because I love the cat. I'm not love it, but like I like the character Captain Marvel, and her suit is really amazing. And this film to do to do me wrong like this, it sucks. Like I can't believe it. I was more excited for Shazam than Captain Marvel. You know, it's not like I wasn't trying to go like head to head. I was just saying that I want to see Captain Marvel and I also want to see Shazam. Those two films are gonna be really good. Well, guess what? Shazam, I don't know yet, and Captain Marvel, well, not that great. So there's a lot of those. And here's the thing. One thing that I will say is that just if you're in the fence of watching this film or not, you know, one thing I would recommend is just go watch it. Just watch it, and who knows? You could like it, or you could not like it. Who knows? But I would like to say that I'll let you know this disclaimer thing or this ideal thing that some people they're just gonna hate a movie just because everybody else is hating and they just want to jump in the hate train. That's all they want to do. To me, this film I'm not gonna say that I hated it, but it is a film that I did not like. It wasn't like really like oh my god like compared to the what Marvel can do with their other films. This is very much like not there. Not there. Compare this compare this film to like any other film. It's not the worst film. It's an okay film. It's a one of those films that you watch it once and that's it. Um, so there's that. But if you compare this to a Marvel film, this is probably one of their lowest ones. That's one of the lowest ones. So there's that. And I feel like that's about it. I am gonna rate this, this film, and I want to give you guys my rating, what I think. I'll probably give this film between a C or a D, somewhere around there, or a C, because it wasn't really bad, but at the same time it wasn't really good. Like if I were to try to compare this one with Alita Battle Angel, I think Alita Battle Angel is like CGI, was really good. The story was really solid. The characters were also, of course, they had like a few moments where people were saying, "Oh, I didn't like this," and I get it, but at the same time, it's like, how else would you told that part? And that film was really great, and that's one of the films that I do feel like I want to see again. Like I feel like I am gonna buy it on 4K, Blu-ray, whatever when it comes out because it looks really good. So yeah, so that's it. So that's it. That's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Hopefully, you guys have a wonderful day. I give this movie a D close. I give it a C. I'm just gonna give it a C. You know. Now the last question I will say is that in the end credits, it does show like Captain Marvel, and then it also shows Captain America. And if you probably think that I'm messing up, or you just spoil like the last scene or whatever, well, there's videos online where clearly in the thumbnail they explain, oh, what's up with like the last part of Captain Marvel, and they show Captain America, Captain Marvel. So it's like they spoil it already by the thumbnail. If they didn't, I would have been surprised. But no. Yeah, that's about it. I do like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. This film really did let me down, and not let me down, but got me bummed out because now I feel like I don't know, like if this film was kind of like it had moments that were kind of boring, but here's the thing: if Captain Marvel is gonna be like if she going to be, you know, I don't know. If she's gonna be in Infinity War, I don't even know if I mean, Endgame. I don't even know if I want to see that film. I don't know. I really don't know. And there were people speculating that, oh my god, like she's probably gonna be the face of Marvel, taking over like Iron Man or something like that. And I'm like, no, 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 no. You cannot do that. You know, there's a lot of stuff, man. But whatever. Yeah. So that's about it. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. See you guys later. Sorry for the bad quality stuff. It's because tomorrow I am leaving somewhere and I can't really have my good setup and stuff like that. And I really want to get this review out. So there's that. So hope you guys have a wonderful day. See you guys later. And see you guys later. Bye.